Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, I finally got a Megatron. Now, this is not a vintage, mint-in-box Megatron, of course, because I don't have a couple of $1,000s just lying around. This is one of the reissues that was recently done by, who knows, some third party, but it's pretty good. I'm very happy with this. Now, this has been around for a few months, but I didn't buy it because I already had this Megatron. This Megatron is the, I think, 2002 official Takara re-release that came with the original sword and the extra ball and chain thing. But I hated the packaging. The white packaging was a double box. He was in robot form in one side and all the accessories were in the other side. Hated it. I always wanted the original box, but of course, they were very expensive. And then this came out, I'm like, no, you can't justify buying a whole nother figure just because it's in a better box. But man, I found a way, you know. Life will always find a way, and so will collecting. So yes, so very happy with this. Now, I'm keeping him in the box because I have this one. He's been standing around for 20 years. He looks pretty good. I mean, God, when your 20th anniversary collectibles are now 20-year-old collectibles, it's a bit depressing. But one thing I didn't like about the original one was this pattern on his chest, which you'd sometimes see in the art, but he didn't have in the cartoon. I thought, you know what, if I do get another one, I'll just leave that off and I'll just put the Decepticon symbol on there and it'll be more like the animated Megatron. But yeah, the only problem with this, it's a very accurate recreation. There's two issues. One small, his head, that head sits in place firmly. This one's head kind of flips back easily. But if he's standing at a proper angle, it sits right, but it, you know, sort of flops back very easily. The other issue is the sticker on his on his abs here is missing. It was originally on the toy. There's a label sheet that has all the stickers except for that one sticker, and they recreated the label sheet perfectly, but they forgot about the sticker that was supposed to be on the abs here. So when you push that up to transform, it's just a silver panel. So that's a little disappointing. There are ones you can buy separately online, but I didn't want to have to spend more money. I got this for a good price though. I mean, I think it was 150, yeah, something like that. So it was a lot of effort actually to get it for a decent price. Most of them were $20, $30 more than that. But I got him. The packaging's amazing. I've been admiring my my recreate. I guess they're not reissues because they're not official, so I guess recreations. My recreated Optimus Prime, which I love. Every time I walk past it, I just marvel in awe at the beauty of the packaging and him in the box. I've got a vintage figure in the box, a vintage Optimus that I bought because I had the tractor trailer that survived from my childhood, and his gun and one fist. That's all I had from the original Optimus figure. So I bought one without any accessories. And he inherited the tractor trailer and the fist and the gun. And I admire that every day. And I'm like, his Shockwave as well. Every day I walk past, I'm like, I really want Megatron. So I bought it. So yeah, so he's all still in there. And what I did do was, these are actually the weapons from, accessories from the Takara issue, because I put the stickers on them. Actually not this piece, the other ones that you can't see. And they were getting scratched because they're metallic. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put them in the box so they don't get scratched, and the other ones that I haven't put the stickers on can go in the other box. So, yeah, not really important to you, but just mentioning it. But obviously we have the awesome artwork on the back that we've all seen, the classic sort of image of the battle in space. This time with the Decepticons logo, because I'm used to the Optimus one, which has, and the Hound and the Autobots, which have, you know, the Autobot version. And of course we've got the tech specs and everything else. So I just love looking at this. The reproduction is really good. Because I didn't have this as a kid. I had 2 encounters with Megatron as a child. One, I was going on a school trip to Hobart, and we were only allowed to have $20 spending money, because I guess they didn't want the poor kids to feel bad. So we were limited. We were told we could only have $20 spending money. And I said, Dad, I need 50. He's like, no, you're only allowed 20. I'm like, I need 50. He wouldn't listen to me. He used the rules as an excuse to deny me $50. I went into this, what seemed like a huge department store in Hobart, don't know where it was. And what did I find? Megatron for $50. I knew I had to have $50. I knew it. That was the only time I ever saw Megatron as a child. And I couldn't buy it. And I resented my dad for years because of that. Because he had the money, and other kids were given more than $20. Now, like, spending money, making the poor kids feel bad. But I didn't get to buy Megatron. God damn it. So I went the rest of my life without him. And then I got the Takara Japanese version, which I hated the packaging. But now I have this one. The only other, actually, I did have one other Megatron encounter. There was a kid, one of the Riley boys, who had a Megatron. And I said, I'll buy it off you. I think I offered him $50, which seemed like a fair amount. No box, probably bad condition, but I was desperate for a Megatron. Because I had Optimus. I'd always had Optimus, but I never had Megatron. I think that was a choice my parents made to not buy me a toy gun. I realised, I think as an adult, they obviously knew Megatron was the leader. They got me Soundwave instead. Soundwave was cool, but I think they did that because they didn't want me to have a gun. I think that was a choice. But I was never able to confirm that before my parents passed, so that's the theory. But so he brought it to school, and one of the teachers saw him with it and thought it was a real gun. And he nearly got expelled. So he thanked me for that and just went home with the toy and wouldn't sell it to me. So I missed out on it. Had we arranged to meet somewhere other than school with a accurate gun, the sale probably would have gone down. I would have had my own Megatron. I'd probably still have it now. But so I had 2 encounters with Megatron. One I didn't get the money, and the other one I didn't get the figure. And the other thing I meant to mention was, the other reason for buying this is the recreated instructions. Because I have all the, I have most of the instructions for the other Decepticons and Autobots. And that's one thing I really wanted. I bought a lot of the figures I already have, because I bought the Takara versions and the Toys R Us versions, the re-releases in the early 2000s. But I didn't like the packaging for some of them and all of them. I didn't like the instructions. But yes, I finally have recreated Megatron instructions, and they look really good. The yellow here is a little bit brighter than it should be. It should be that colour, because that's an original Starscream one that isn't faded. That's just the colour they were. I think sometimes they think they were faded, so they bring the yellow up a little bit. But it looks great. I'm so glad to have that in the collection now, along with all the others, and along with the packaging. They're just things of beauty to admire. So I just want to share my joy. I finally have a Megatron. And I will eventually buy a vintage one, just to have a vintage one, because I've got a vintage Optimus, so I kind of feel like I need a vintage Megatron to go with I sort of want to match my Megatrons and my Optimuses up. So I'll get one eventually, and I will get one in the box eventually for a couple $1,000. Same with Optimus. I'm going to have the real thing. But in the meantime, this will do. It's beautiful, and I don't know, I think even the really good condition vintage ones, they won't look as good as the modern printing, because unless they're being kept in like a protective package or something the whole time, they're going to have a little bit of wear and a little bit of fade. They're not going to look as fresh as this. So there's advantages to having a reissue. But yeah, I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the Megatron third-party recreation, reissue, whatever you want to call it. I have no problem with buying these. I buy the real Transformers as well. It doesn't take money from Takara to buy them. If they released it, I'd buy theirs as well. I bought their Optimus, all 3 of them. Actually, about to be 4. I'm going to get the 40th anniversary one with the with the white legs, which I don't like, just because otherwise I don't have them all. But I'm still talking. I'm going to go.